Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I was going to publish the last copy of this video that I just fucking made and I pushed the wrong fucking button. You've got to be fucking kidding me. This is literally the second time I've done that shit in a row right here. This is the third time I've tried to make this fucking video. God damn. That pisses me off. Alright, that's unfortunate. So I guess I'm going to redo this video with that interesting start. I don't have any particular topic, or I guess I didn't when I first made this video, but now I already know what I'm going to talk about it because it was the random subjects that I had come up with the first time I made the video. So I guess I'm lying to you if I tell you that I didn't have a subject. I didn't originally have a subject. Is that'll cover me on that. Wow, that's fucking awesome. Alright, the first thing that I wanted to talk about was some of the things said in my last video about Iran and the elections and whatnot. And it's become clear that the elections were rigged, okay? And I pretty much said that anyway when I made the video, but everyone's freaking out at me about it. But that's not really even the point of the video. If that's all you got out of it, my slight, just my questioning about whether or not it was rigged, feel free to watch the rest of the video and get what I was actually trying to fucking talk about in it. Please rewatch the video, do that again, because a lot of people just didn't seem to get anything out of it other than me suggesting that maybe it wasn't rigged. Oh no, somebody might disagree. But people, I've received several emails and comments about Mousavi. Is that how you pronounce the guy's name? Mousavi? I don't know. Anyway, about how he's really a moderate. He's really a moderate, okay? Go blow yourself. Are you fucking kidding me? Am I the only one that knows what the hell this man did? Or at least what he was involved in? Does anybody remember the Iran-Iraq War? Do people in Iran remember that? Holy shit. This man was the Prime Minister of Iran, or Iran, or whatever, how the fuck you pronounce it, between 1981 and 1989. In those years, that was when the Iraq War occurred. The Iran-Iraq War occurred. He was part of a government that sent possibly millions of unarmed teenage boys to their deaths to absorb bullets and clear minefields. This is your moderate? This is the best you can do? At least be fucking honest. Alright? Say he's slightly more moderate than Ahmadinejad. Okay? That would be honest, I guess. But don't come at me saying he's the new great peaceful leader of the Middle East and all this bullshit, because you're full of shit. And I checked on Wikipedia just to make sure, because I was like, was he the Prime Minister? I couldn't remember his exact title, but he was the Prime Minister. But this article is brand new after all this shit started, and it's really unbiased, this article. Mr. Hussein Mousavi, who has a reputation for being honest, humble, and a supporter of the masses, served as Prime Minister between 1981 and 1989. Interesting. A supporter of the masses. A supporter of mass human wave attacks? What the fuck are you talking about? And some of the criticism of Ahmadinejad. Now, I'm not, Ahmadinejad's a douche. But this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. I was listening to a report, and they talk about how, first I heard the person say that a lot of people liked Ahmadinejad because he spread a lot of money around in Iran. But then he said that a lot of people didn't like him because he didn't spread enough money around. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's the kind of shit that pisses me off, because it's inherently biased. But, blow me with this moderate shit, alright? Go fuck yourself. Alright, and the second thing I want to discuss for the third time now, as this is the third time I've done this shit, these shenanigans, if you will, with Night Vision Phantom. I think are interesting because they're the perfect example of what I said before about there is no point in conversing with these people. Now, there's a distinct line between people that can be conversed with and people who can't. Now, if someone comes up to you and says, evolution can't be real because I planted a tomato and it didn't grow into an apple tree, did it? That person could be educated into realizing that he's fucking wrong, because he's just misinformed, terribly so. He's too stupid to find out the answer, but he's just misinformed. He's ignorant, and ignorance can be fixed. But when someone like Night Vision Fandom comes and says, I believe that atheism causes more murder or whatever, when he has no evidence and he didn't even check, you know, that's the key word, I believe. You know, that is the key word. This person cannot be conversed with. This is why I had to stop my 9/11 thing. And I was interested, I really did want to go into more detail, because some people were finding it interesting, and I was finding it interesting, but I saw there was no point. And the people were so obnoxious that I just couldn't deal with it. And I realized these people cannot be conversed with at all. They're gone. They're gone. You know, it's all over. It's kind of like, a person like Night Vision Phantom is sort of like a paranoid schizophrenic. When a schizophrenic is actively having a schizophrenic episode, actively forming paranoid delusions, and actively experiencing some sort of hallucination, auditory or otherwise, they cannot be convinced that the shit isn't real. They cannot be talked out of it. Once they've come down off that episode, you can explain it to them and they might realize it. But when they're actually having that episode, they cannot be told that they're wrong, because that has become their reality. But fortunately for schizophrenics, they have a treatable, diagnosable mental illness, a mental disease that can be treated to some extent with medication. Unfortunately, we have not been able to diagnose religious people or conspiracy theorists or whatever with a disease, and we have not found a drug to treat it. But it's the same exact state of mind. They cannot be convinced that what they believe is wrong or not happening. They've created their own reality. All right. If you try to convince them otherwise, you will fail every single time. Every time. You know, I respect Richard's attempts to communicate with this individual. I wouldn't have, but Richard is a much nicer person than me, a much less cynical person than me, it appears, and frankly, better balanced mentally than I am, which is frightening because he's much older than me. Well, he's not much older than me, but he is older than me. But I never would have done that, because nothing can be gained from it. There is no gain. You know, I think TJ knows that. That's why I didn't attempt to conversate. He just, you know, shouted at him, which it was funny. But you know, he knows that he cannot actually change anyone's mind. And right now, Tommy from the Bronx is having his interaction. And I think Tommy from the Bronx is pretty bright, so I don't think that he has any delusions as to what the final outcome will be. But if you do, Tommy, trust me, it's not going to make any difference. There's nothing you can say that will change his mind. It's over. So this is a perfect example for me. Watch the shit. Watch his videos and watch the responses. All right, let's try this shit again. Okay, I swear, if I have to remake this video, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. All right, 30 seconds starting now. You know, one of these times it might actually fix the 30-second thing, and you know, it'll be at the point that I think it's never going to work again, and then you're going to catch me like jacking off or something on the camera, and I'm going to get fucking suspended or some shit. I don't know. Shit pisses me off.